Hello friends. I think I have the technical difficulties all worked out, and we should have a good video this evening. Today I'm going to be working with a stamp set called Banner Year. It has all sorts of cute little images, bats and pumpkins and squirrels and holly, and there's a Santa hat I guess you could put on one of the little images, and a couple little verses, Christmas wishes, happy haunting. And I've come up with a couple of cute cards that I hope you will enjoy. So let's get started. With the first card, I'm going to use a half sheet of cardstock, 5.5 by 8.5, and we're going to score it at 4 1/4. I have a piece of white that I will stamp on and put in the inside. First, we're going to put the ribbon on this piece so that I can attach it from behind. And I have my adhesive ready to go. And we will adhere right there. And then tuck it around from behind to hold it in place. I think I need to adjust this one here. Fingers. Okay. And now I can go ahead and adhere this to the base of the card. Okay, and we'll put this right down here at the bottom. And adhere that. Now I have a little shape that I've already cut out from the Stitched Shapes framelits. I'm just going to stamp a little pumpkin on here with the pumpkin pie ink. And then I have Mossy Meadow. And I'm going to stamp the pumpkin topper and a little leaf on there. Okay. And I think I'll use some dimensionals when I apply this to the card to pop it up there a little bit. First, what I want to do though is stamp this Happy Thanksgiving on here. Okay. And I'm going to just take a small piece of the ribbon and just tie a knot. Anybody out there got any spare fingers they could loan me for when I do these videos? Because mine just don't want to work. Okay. Trim that down a little bit. And then we'll tuck that right under there. And I think what I'm going to do, this ribbon wants to come away. So I think what I will do is put a glue dot under there. to help hold that down. And there you go, a cute little Happy Thanksgiving note card. I think I'll stamp a pumpkin or two on the inside here. Well, maybe 3, because you got to do everything in 3s. Odd numbers. We'll just put a little pumpkin patch down here. And these little toppers onto those. And this will make a cute little, just a note card thinking of you during the holiday or something. And we'll put that on the inside, one side to decide what my note will be. Okay, so there's the first one. And let me gather everything up here and make room for the next one. I have a okay. Get all my goodies out here that we're going to use for this card. And I chose some of the textured designer series paper. It is a double size pack of paper, and it has wood grain and tile and things like that in it. And you get all sorts of, here's the back side of this piece that we're going to use. So I am going to put a piece of ribbon around this one, so I'll go ahead and cut that and adhere it down. And then I can go ahead and attach it to the card base, because that's all I'll need for that. Okay. And we'll just put this right on here. Okay. Now, where is my... Okay. I have a sentiment I'm going to put on this card that simply says, "Happy Fall, y'all." And we'll go ahead and stamp that now before I put anything else down. To make sure I don't cover that up. Okay. Now, I have another piece of the wood grain that I want to put down here. And I want it to not line up with the other piece of wood grain that's on there. I want it to be a little bit different. So I have put that down. I've already cut out 3 little squares. They're like a 1 1/4 each, using the stitched framelits again. And I will go ahead and stamp my images on that. Get a little squirrel here. And I'm going to put some some of the little leaves on one of them. Cute. And I think I'm going to put a pumpkin on the other. And we'll stamp that right on there. And give it a little topper. Okay, now we'll just use a couple of dimensionals to adhere these to the card.
Is this special victims? It is. Let me help you. My name is Deanna Rock. I was raped.
Okay.
Think of it as a conversation. If I had a quarter for every time I've used that line. Hey, it's not like I'm enjoying it. Oh, I feel bad for you, Michelle. My son almost got hit by a
Well, let's put this down towards the bottom here.
And the next thing I know, Mary Poppins is reporting me to all the now I've got a DA's investigator picking through my life looking for some hidden treasure like it's out of a Cracker Jack box. Please don't excuse me if I'm a little testy. And if this was another mom, would you object to this inquiry as disinterested? Look, just ask the big question, Michelle, okay, so I can answer it and we can both go home, okay? Have you been physically abusing your son?
Okay. And there is a cute little note card you can use. And I'll put another piece of ribbon on here.
Tell me about Dr. Lindstrom.
Okay, I hope I'm keeping myself in the window here so that you can see what I'm doing. I was a little frustrated last week and I think I figured everything out. So here we go with this little card.
I was kidnapped by a psychopath. I was held hostage.
All right.
I was tortured.
So we have one more using the same stamp set. Let me clean up my ink pads here so I don't stamp something in the wrong spot. Okay. Oh, here's the inside for this little card. It has I put a little squirrel with an acorn in the bottom there. And I'll use that for when I get ready to send it. Okay. Now I'm going to make a Halloween card with for the third project here. And what I did was I found a stamp or an image that's actually made as a tag in the catalog, but I've decided that I wanted to use that for my card. So you can use find all kinds of ideas in this catalog, and we will see how it comes out, because I didn't make a prototype. So this is my creative time here. Okay, so I'll move that out of the way. And what I've done is gone ahead and stamped something for the inside. And I'm going to put this as a layer on the back. And what we're going to do is take the spider web stamp. Okay. And we're going to just stamp spider webs everywhere. I'm using Gorgeous Grape for this because I love purple and black at Halloween. Okay. We're just going to cover this. I'll fill it up a little more. Okay. Now, I am going to trim this down into some strips that are, I think I'm going to go with 3/4 inch strips. And we'll just trim that down the whole way. Alright, and we'll get this at 3/4. And I think we can get one more out of there. Okay. Now, this stamp set is actually available in a bundle, and we are going to use the punch that completes the bundle, and we're going to make one end of it look angled like that. This punch, you can make your strips a 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, or 1 inch, and they'll slide right in these grooves, which makes it really nice when you're trying to make sure that your punch area is centered, or your point, or your little flag end there. Okay. I'm going to set that aside. Okay, now I'm not sure how long these are going to be, but we'll probably be trimming off an end here. Actually, I think I might run that through that end again to make it a little shorter. Alright, I think that's what I'm going to do. Oh, we'll trim one down from this end. Make it a little shorter. Make that a little shorter. And that. Okay. So, we're just going to randomly place these all over the front here in different directions, and some will be raised up on dimensionals and overlapping, which is what we want it to do. So, I think those two I'll put the dimensionals on, and these three will get adhered flat down to the card. Okay, do that one. There. And we'll throw some dimensionals on this one. I like to put 3 on there so that it doesn't sag down in the middle. Could put more if you wanted to. Oh my. Okay. So we'll just counter cross some of these. Make them look like little pickets, I guess, is what they could be. Okay, and then I went ahead and stamped and die cut 2 rectangle, they're the nesting dies that are stitched. And I wanted the word part to be a little bit smaller, so where the stitching is on this piece I cut it off so that it would be a little smaller and have that darker colored edge around it. Okay, now I'm going to use 2 dimensionals on the back of this. And adhere it on here. And then I have a little piece of this sparkly black ribbon that is really pretty. It's got glitter in it. It's kind of like a mesh, and it has glitter in it. So I'm going to take that and make like a little loop with that. Hear that together. Well, there goes the dog. You can probably hear that. He's so vicious. He weighs about 10 pounds and he's a real killer. Alright, so I'm going to put that down through there. Kind of twist it apart a little bit and stick it down. And now, because this is popped up, I don't want to put another dimensional there, but I will put one on the outside here so that it's even. And put that right on there. And we'll adhere that to the front of the card. And there's a cute little Halloween card, and on this I went ahead and stamped a couple of spider webs and Boo. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and put that on the inside because I probably won't put any other message than my signature in there. Okay, so there's the third card, and here are our 3 cards made with the Banner Year stamp set. And I hope you enjoy the cards, and we'll be back again next week. Have a good week. Thanks very much for joining in.